Hi, Todd Pouliot, Gateway Financial. Feel free to visit us at mygatewaymoney.com. Appreciate all the response we've been getting regarding our flow charts and checklist series that we're doing here. And I have another one here for you today. What accounts should I consider if I want to save more? What a great question to get from a financial planner, to receive as a financial planner, when people consider they need to save more for their future. So we're going to talk about a couple of different types of savings: foundational savings, healthcare savings, retirement savings, employer provided benefits, business owner savings, accounts to help future generations, tax deferred insurance options, and a few other considerations. So as we normally do, I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out how to share my page here for you, and we can talk about what's going on and look at this flow chart and more of a checklist here that we have today, and go through what we're going to see for what accounts should I be considering if I want to save more. So foundational savings. Do you need to save more in your emergency fund? These are very basic questions that you need to answer in one of the early steps of financial planning. If you're married or you're self-employed, what do I need to save for emergency purposes? Also, if you're a sole income provider for a family, should that amount be considered to be a little bit more? A lot of times we have people that want to save 3 months, possibly look at a longer extension to a 6-month timeline for those that are single income. I knew I grew up in a single income family, and God forbid if something happened to my father, mom would have to go to work. Could she provide the amount of income that dad had provided in that nuclear family situation that I was fortunate enough to grow up in? Also, where are you saving the money, and is it liquid enough for you to get to? Are you disappointed with the rates of return you're getting at your bank? Consider other types of accounts that might offer you more. Bank rates as they are today, very low, but consider CDs or other conservative investments, and maybe even a high yield savings or checking account. Always ask the bank that you're using right now if they have some higher yield accounts, and also search online. There's some good rates of return that aren't keeping up with the current rate of inflation, but definitely want to make sure that we're earning the best on our cash as we can. Healthcare savings. Do you have a flexible savings account, commonly referred to as an FSA? And understand that that's different than an HSA or a health savings account. Flexible savings account, $2,750 versus an HSA for a family at $7,200. Very different amounts. The big thing with the FSA, be sure you spend any funds that can't be carried over by the end of the year. There is sometimes some grace period in each plan, as you may lose any of those remaining funds. So carefully at the beginning of the year, plan out, do you have any reoccurring medical expenses or medical tests that need to be taken care of year after year? Make sure those are always taken care of and plan for those payments. HSA, boy, one of my favorite types of plans for savings. They're triple tax advantage currently at our current program that we have in their tax code, and definitely want to take advantage of an HSA if you are able to. We also have a separate flow chart on that. Love to get you to look at that video and review the HSA flow chart. Retirement savings accounts. Do you have a retirement plan offered through your employer? If you do, typically they are 401ks, but there's several other plans out there, 403bs, different types of plan. And the annual limit for 2021 was $19,500, $26,000 if you're age 50 or older. Make sure you're taking advantage of those types of plans that are available to you. Also, any company matching at the minimum you should be looking at. Some plans even offer a Roth option rather than a traditional 401k. They may offer a Roth 401k. Good tax planning strategies to work with your financial planner and your CPA. Make sure you're taking advantage of all the bonuses that you can. And can I make a backdoor Roth? Be careful. That's going to be eliminated shortly in Congress. It hasn't happened yet, so we still have it on our chart, and we may update this in the future when that is eliminated. So make sure you understand what those rules are. And do you expect an income to increase in the future? If so, there it is, the Roth 401k. Contribute to Roth IRAs. Make sure you're taking advantage of your 50 and over. You get to do 70,000 this year. Also, your modified adjusted gross income, more than 140,000 or 208 if you're married filing together, backdoor Roth IRA strategy. So after tax contributions going into your 401k, you may have the ability for a mega backdoor Roth conversion. Again, be cognizant of whenever you're watching this video, make sure you understand the tax laws that are in place at that time. Employer provided benefits and business owner savings. Does your employer offer an ESPP? If so, consider participating and review your selling strategy in advance. Are you a business owner? Can you contribute up to $58,000 or $64,500 in a 401k? A lot of people don't know there's some different type of rules that we can do into a traditional 401k plan for business owners. Definitely look at that flow chart. We'll get a video up on that shortly. And any other openings that you can save into a pension plan or other optional plans that may be at your employer. Business owner with minor children, great for single owner LLC, sole proprietors and partnerships. The owners or the partners don't have to pay FICA taxes on the earnings of a minor child. So as a small business owner, sometimes you reflect on the fact that you pay both sides of Social Security, and that can become another added tax that most people are unaware of, paying the employee and employer side of Social Security for FICA taxes. But you don't have to do that for a minor child. So it could be a very beneficial thing to have your minor child employed part-time at your business. So some good informational ways to save for minor children. And the sooner you can help your minor children learn how to save, boy, what benefits it can pay for the rest of their life when they learn how to save a portion of their income and learn how to work for a living. Are you or your dependents planning on attending college? 529 plans. Love them and I hate them because they don't offer enough tax benefit sometimes to outweigh what the cost of that 529 plan. So here in the state of Ohio, we have 3 different plans. We have a guaranteed plan, which is basically CD rates. We have a advisor directed plan that sometimes sells A shares in those plans, which cost a lot of money and may not cover the tax benefit of that 529. And we also have a direct plan. So be cognizant of how your 529 plan expenses are calculated that you can contribute to. But what wonderful rules we have when you can contribute and make a 5-year period gift tax free. Wonderful planning ideas for aunts, uncles, grandparents, people who just care about that child and their future with the 529 and future attending college attendees. So want to make sure that they're well funded. We've all known what's happened to college. Tuition rates have skyrocketed over the last decades, and there's little hope that that's going to stop soon. Make sure you do not burden your children with tremendous amount of college debt. You would not want to have them buy a $40,000 car the day they graduated from college, nor would you want them to be burdened with that kind of student loan over their head either. So be cognizant of 529 plans and how that may benefit you, and also understand the tax implication of 529 and how to withdraw from 529s. Are you interested in funding future generations? What a wonderful discussion to have with somebody. UTMA and UGMA accounts are wonderful. A little bit of kitty tax rules to talk about with that. Make sure you work with your financial planner and your accountant, enrolled agent, or CPA on that. And dynasty trusts can be used. Obviously, we don't see those often, but they can be wonderful tools to work for future generations. Tax deferred insurance options. As many of our clients know, we do not accept any commissions at our business. So we don't do a lot of discussions around tax insurance options all the time, but we kind of outsource a lot of that discussion. And insurance can be a wonderful tool if you've got the availability and the funds to save more. So consider maxing out your savings in a tax deferred account, and maybe having some tax wrappers that are available to you only within insurance products. And again, very high level discussion, understanding the taxation. And with these wonderful opportunities, sometimes it's a tremendous cost to have those wonderful opportunities. So understand the trade-off on those things. Is it good? Is it bad? And also life insurance. Cash value life insurance can be a wonderful tool for people who have the availability and the excess income to save an additional to their term policy that they may have. Again, I'm not a huge proponent that 100% of you out there watching this video are going to need cash value life insurance, but understand that is an option, and make sure you work with your financial planner to make sure you're taking advantage of all these savings opportunities. And some other accounts you may want to look at is tax deferred accounts, taxable brokerage accounts. I never see these used enough, and make sure you're aware of the tax implications on those tax accounts that are in brokerages, and how do you manage those assets and the income. My rate of return was 7%, but after taxes on those taxable brokerage account, I only got 5.76. So be cognizant of your after-tax return on those. It's not always about getting the highest return on investment, but having also the tax implications on those. So tax manage, zero dividend stock funds, muni bonds are a wonderful investment. I love to see those in taxable accounts. I hate to see those in qualified accounts, even though I still see those quite a bit. Mitigate any tax liability you may have. If you're charitably inclined, wonderful thing to do is look at a donor advised fund. My wife and I obviously support the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. We think that they're a wonderful organization to work with. For us, your charity of choice may be vastly different, but donor advised funds are a wonderful way to save for a future donation, and work with your charity about how to set that up, what the best way is to fund your charitable donation, and work with them. It's a wonderful thing to do, and it really helps you sleep well at night knowing you're doing well for others. And do you have any debts, especially credit card debts? A wonderful way to save is by not spending it on other areas and not paying interest on those credit card debts. So just a last little tickler there, make sure you stay out of debt. I love when people come to us and say, my goal is to get out of debt. Appreciate you guys all tuning into our videos. Remember, smash that like button. We love to see that. Subscribe to our channel, ring that bell to be notified when we have new videos for you. We greatly appreciate you coming back for these videos, and we'll keep them coming to you as long as we can. Again, Todd Pouliot, mygatewaymoney.com is our website, and we'd love to hear from you, and have a great day.